real page was banned. So, and I was in the hospital. So I
Wow.
don't really like in terms of the llamas or whatever, I no longer feel comfortable that if anyone is having a conversation with the llamas because they're super biased. And I know that initially they're not
Hmm.
supposed to be that way. They were supposed to be super unbiased. Try, like if there's something going on that's hot in the TikTok streets, they're supposed to be posting everything about it, not just solely
Exactly.
platforming certain people. That's not
Exactly.
like it doesn't matter if you were a T page, you're trying to be like a journalistic thing or whatever. You're supposed to cover all the bases. Because again, especially with these people that are like posting up like the screen recordings and stuff like that, there's a line. It's like there's a llama's line, and then you have like the Madam Hill or the Chasing Pillows or something like that.
Right, right.
Like that's basically where it's like it would have like all of like the good positive things about like Patrick and Genty and all this other
Mhm.
stuff. Right, Flappy Patties, just like Petty Row is supposed to be unbiased. But I think also Petty
Right.
Row has
Gorilla
like a
Hole.
bone to pick. Petty Row has like a bone to pick with all those other people though, because I'm not too sure of like the full story. I just know when I speak and Patrick was like cursing her out like publicly,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole thing about how that she was never really like their friend situation, which is like I get to a certain extent because if you're just doing stuff like if it's online, like that's like saying like me, you and Blaze right now are besties. Like we don't know each
Hmm.
other in real life. I can't really tell you guys like, oh yeah, like we're friends and we talk every day and this that, and the fourth. Like it's really just like a mutual agreement basically. Because at the end of the day, every time when you guys are on live, you guys benefit. You guys were doing the battle lives. You guys were, shouting out each other's merch and all this other stuff and business ventures or whatever. Like it was just like this mutual, money making thing. It's kind of like I don't
Right.
want to say a Ponzi scheme, but kind of like a pyramid scheme, if in all honesty, especially with
Yeah,
the
that's what I
streetwalkers.
keep hearing. Mm-hmm.
But that's basically what it is. Even with like Petty Row, I don't think really did the Cash App thing. I don't really remember I Speak doing that either. But Patrick was definitely one of those people that was doing the Cash App thing, which I hope someone in that group is watching because that dude still owes me $182. Like I'm never gonna let that go. $182 on Cash App is crazy. And when I tried to send the
Yeah.
request, it was like, oh, you can no longer request money from this person. And I'm like, well, ain't that a bitch? So if
Mm-mm.
y'all know Patrick Genty, can you please let him know that he needs to send me back my 182? Thank you very
That
much.
ain't happening. Charge that to the game. That bum. He gonna he gonna need that for his lawsuit that he bring it up against me and everybody else that share the tape. So he need that.
My bad,
Oh,
y'all. Gabe
okay.
doing the most. What I miss?
Mm.
Petty Rose
That's all
back
good.
for Cash App when she
Oh
gonna
no,
get a
just
new Airbnb after what? Her check bounce. I don't want to know.
I didn't even know about that either.
I didn't even know.
I don't
One thing
follow
I'm
bad
not going
people
to do
because
is
that's
come
all.
on this app asking people for money when I'm in a bad spot. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't.
I ain't got it to give. Like I got, but to give, I'm not doing that no more. Like, I used to be all nice, gifting people and doing all that stuff, and then I started picking up on the people. That's why I said real quick last year. I was like, like a lot of y'all are real performative, but luckily now I never got into Patrick because I mean his rumors of it. I mean his reputation definitely preceded him. And I'm like, well, let me see for myself because I don't like to go by rumors. I like, oh yeah, I see. Yeah, you're messy boots.
Could you imagine being a 30-year-old? What was he like? I think he
33.
33. So he was 32 last year. Could you
Yeah.
imagine your 32-year-old son crying that he finally get to take you to a 4-star restaurant? I'm sorry, 5-star restaurant. Like, bro,
What?
you 32, you 32 years old, and
Bum.
you ain't never took your
What?
mom to a 5-star restaurant, bro. Bro. And I'm telling you, the restaurant wasn't. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't nothing to write home about. Like, bro, this the first time you paying for like a $200 check or something? Like, come on, man. Like, whew. And when I tell you he be laying it on thick, it be like disgusting sometimes. And like I said,
It do.
once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's just like,
Okay.
ugh.
Yeah, that's why I keep saying I can't trust enough. He just is disgust. Like he's just vile. Like he literally, like I be having to, you know what I'm saying, so people know what I'm talking about. Like when I post this picture up and stuff. I mean, even looking at his face does disgust me. Like, ugh.
Yeah, it's a jump scare every time for me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Okay, it literally makes me nauseous. Like, but
This is the
I have to put
definition
it up
of a
so people
nigga that
don't
never had
Oh my
shit.
God, my eyes.
This
my
right
virgin
here
eyes.
is the definition of a man that never had
Wait.
shit.
My eyes.
Wait.
No, I'm kidding.
I miss.
Okay?
Oh,
This is,
here
you
you
can
go
tell he
again.
ain't never had nothing in
This
his
is
life.
hilarious.
This the man that said he was worried about getting an Uber job when he didn't even have a damn license.
Hello.
Not worried
Never
about his
did.
kids. He worried about some. Man, listen. If you ever paid $50 for that type of vest, you need to go home.
I swear to
wear it
God,
in the
I
house.
never even heard of that brand. I'm just gonna keep 100 with you. I'm like, what is that? Can somebody tell me? I never heard of the American Stooge. Maybe that I was gonna say, is that a Jersey thing or
I don't, man. Jersey.
I don't even know.
yeah.
I'm sorry to all my people from Jersey, but Jersey is just not it. They never been it. Like,
I'm just saying, listen, they keep proving on the app, like when I see y'all, the majority of y'all, I'm like, none of y'all know how to dress. It's giving
they
definitely
ain't got no
bum.
swag in Jersey. They don't got
None.
no
I'm like,
swag.
y'all Jersey? Because I
Trying
would
to
think,
be
you know what I'm
work
saying, they
so
be
bad.
decent. I think they decent because they buy, New York. I'm like, I would think you would go, shopping there. No.
Honestly, Jersey is where people go to retire. There's Camden and Newark. That's it. That's the only two places that can even consider themselves like hood or a little ghetto. But the rest of New Jersey is just where you go to retire and play golf.
Nah, I could see that. That's what I say. Actually, I visited out there, whatever. Like, I mean, it's real pretty by the ocean and everything. I ain't even gonna cap. Like, I
Where?
don't
What
know what the hood
ocean? New
like.
Jersey City. That shit is
It was
dirty.
like it was by the ocean. It was over there where Oprah stayed at. Well, she stayed out there.
Man,
That's where I
like
was.
none
I
of
don't know
Jersey
what
is
parts
pretty.
of Jersey is.
From Philadelphia, from every Philadelphia, that shit is dirty. Like if you go anywhere else, it is like light times better than Jersey. Man, I remember when I used to go when I used to work down at the pier on Wildwood, right?
Mhm.
I would never go to their beach because their beach is so dirty. And it's like a 5-mile walk to the damn beach to get to the water. And it's so dirty. Ugh. New Jersey is not it. And plus they broke. New Jersey ain't got no money.
Hold on. You going real hard for New Jersey, but I see you got it in your name, so this must be
I
hitting a nerve.
understand. New Jersey don't like being talked about, but he know what I'm saying is true. New
Because he
Jersey
say
is
Philly,
not it.
Philly dirty as hell. I don't know what part. I'm sure they got a hood part.
Listen,
The part of
there
Philly
are
I
a
went
lot
to
of
was
places in
nice.
Philly that are listen.
Yeah, I'm
It's an inner
sure.
city.
I never saw it.
New Jersey
Yeah,
is. I mean, New Jersey is not an inner city. It's not a city. Like
right,
it's not.
right, right. That's what I gathered
It
from
is
it.
what it is. It's a lot of cornballs in New Jersey. It is though. It is a lot of cornballs in New
I
Jersey,
mean, a
and they
lot.
swear in their
Like
heart and they don't do
every
nothing.
time I come across it, I'm like, let me guess, you from New Jersey? Yeah, how'd you know? I'm like, oh God, yeah. You could just tell like a Jersey Negro when you see one. I mean, y'all literally have no swag. I have yet to see anybody from Jersey that like know how to dress. So I was like, what is this? And then y'all all be on some like y'all run y'all mouth a lot. I'm talking about the ones I seen on this app. A lot of y'all, and it's been everyone that's been from Jersey. Like y'all be selling what my grandma used to call wolf tickets. Like y'all run y'all mouth like y'all on that, and you're not really on that type of time. Stop acting like y'all hard like that. Y'all not really about that life. That's why Patrick will make these threats and he be like, and ain't nobody gonna pull up. Now, when they do now, because we know you gonna call the police. We saw you with that the snitching Frank Mitchell fade. When after Blaze did what he did, you know what I'm saying? We already knew. We saw you there in 4K with your Frank Mitchell. Ready to tell it all. You know.
You just want to be New York so
This nigga Frank Mitchell.
He was. You remember me? I didn't even see him with that hairstyle. That's why I was like, all this. I'm thinking this is them. That mop on his head was his. I didn't even know them was fall locks. That's why I'm like, y'all should have never told me that. That's why I said everything about him has been lazy. You have put no effort into your life.
Right? He didn't
None.
even grow his hair back. He had it reattached.
Right. Like you can't even grow, like you didn't even take the time to do your own maintenance to grow your own locks out. You know, you took the lazy way out, getting your stomach stapled instead of hitting the gym to work out. I mean, you know, instead you deal with usually YT women because you know, from what you say, you know, you feel that they easier, I guess, I don't know, so economically, so you do that so you could lay up and, you know, play your PS5 that you got from Rent a Center. You do that,
I asked
you
you, let me
know,
ask Mr.
like,
Little Ninja something. When he told you Kim was black, did you believe that?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yeah, did you believe when he told you Kim was black?
So here's the thing. So he was saying,
I
oh,
like the
hold
way she
on.
starts hers. I like the way
that
she start off.
thank you.
No, no. So like,
So
here's
he
the
was saying,
thing.
yeah, like he was saying that her dad is black. I don't remember seeing a picture, but